Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Certainly glad you've tuned in. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. We're going to go up north, talk a little softball. We've got head coach for Schuyler County Rams, or Lady Rams, I guess, softball coach Chris Prewitt. Coach Prewitt, thanks so much for your time today.
Hey, thanks for your coverage.
This is our Chevylers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment, and Kaitlyn Hatfield is alongside. But Coach, talk a little bit about the Lady Rams up to this point with softball. How's the season going?
Well, we struggle out of the gate. Our schedule is really loaded at the front end. We see a lot of good pitchers. I know at the beginning it's frustrating, and you want to see some more wins and some more progress. But I think it challenges us and it gets us ready for that deep run into districts, and we've kind of turned it around lately. We're winners of last 3 of our last 4 games. We got a good week ahead coming up that we're looking forward to, and that's kind of how it was last year. We struggled. We went 0-6, I think, for the first couple, and then we ended up finishing close to 500, winning 8 or 9 in a row. So we're just hoping we kind of make that same momentum and then just a little bit deeper run into the postseason.
Coach, what's your roster like? I mean, as you break that down between freshmen, sophomore? I know you're a Class 1. I don't need to know their names, but
yeah,
about how many per class, because this is a Class 1. You're a District 10, but what are the numbers like?
Now our numbers are huge. For the past 3, 4, 5 years, they've had over 24 girls. So we've even almost had to cut some years because our school only holds so many jerseys. So softball is a big deal up here. The community and the kids take a lot of pride in it. About class wise this year, I want to say we're probably at 5 or 6 seniors, I think. Junior wise, 4 to 5. Sophomores, again, we're pretty loaded, 5 or 6. And then freshmen, we're coming in pretty short. I think we only got 3, but usually it's a really good showing throughout everybody and for all the classes, and they come out in groves and they're excited to play softball.
Give the viewers an idea about the conference you play in, kind of handicap that conference a little bit. Who are the challengers there for a conference title, and an idea of the area. I mean, just who you play, what your districts look like.
No, our conference is loaded. We have Marceline and Fayette, who are 2 Class 2 top 5 teams. In there is Salisbury as well, and they've been to the Final Four the past couple of years. They're always a contender. It's just really tough. We have our area. We have Knox County, us, and Scotland County, who have kind of been that group that's kind of formed with the Lewis and Clark Conference, who's more near the Moberly area, near Columbia, which is the Salisburys and the Marcelines and the Harrisburgs. So our trips are kind of far when we have away games, and our conference games are not easy by any means. We are one of the smaller, I guess, schools in our conference. We have some Class 2 schools, so that makes it more challenging. But our area is low. I mean, it's good softball all the way around. La Plata is in our district. They've made runs after run for the past 3 or 4 years with Coach Fisher over there and Olivia Coy. There's always a solid contender there. Can's in our area, and they're, I think, ranked number 1 or number 2 in Class 1. So there's not a lot of cupcake games. It's a battle every night, and any chance that we can get a win is a good night for us.
Again, we're visiting with the head softball coach at Schuyler County, Chris Prewitt, on our Chevylers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment here. Coach, give the listeners an idea. How long have you been at Schuyler County? Where did you kind of come from? Where'd you cut your teeth, and how'd you arrive there?
Yeah, so I'm born and bred in Pacific, Missouri. So near St. Louis, kind of Six Flags area. Went to Truman up here, met my wife. We stayed here. So I've kind of been around the Northeast quite a bit. I started in Highland in Lewis County for a couple of years doing PE and stuff. Then I went to Brashear, which I kind of got my first head coachings for softball and girls basketball. After I went to Brashear, I came here. So this is my 3rd year here. I'm now the athletic director. My first year I did not do softball, and then there was an opening, so I took it up, and this is my 2nd year with the girls on top of everything else that I've been doing. So it's been interesting. It's been a fun ride.
Now on to our Chevylers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment here with Kaitlyn Hatfield, and you go back to that game, 7-0 win, a shutout victory. You complete game shutout. You strike out 9 against Knox County, I believe, and you hit 3 home runs. And these are balls that leave the park. So talk about that experience, and did you Did you realize when you're eating Wheaties that morning for breakfast that, hey, I'm going to have a good game?
I guess so. Leading up to warm-ups, I felt really good, hitting off the tee and front toss. And even the practice before, I was hitting really good off the pitching machine and front toss and working on extension points. And I guess when it came to the time, I did my job, I guess.
Yeah. Well, give us an idea. What are you thinking about? You're in the on-deck circle, probably hitting in the middle of the lineup, I would assume. What are you thinking about? How are you getting prepared on an at-bat by at-bat basis? What are you looking for? Tendencies, pitches, locations?
Well, I'm just looking for me to hit the ball hard and just get on base and get my runners in. That's my main job. And that's about it. I just look to get a hit.
You have a favorite? You have to tell me. Do you have a favorite location or a favorite pitch?
I do.
All right.
Yeah. I like inside high pitches. Those are my favorite.
All right.
Or anything over the plate.
Okay. Just see ball, hit ball.
Yep.
Now, how long? You're just a junior. How long have you been pitching?
Pitching. I think I started when I was probably 8, I think. It's been a long time.
So what's the preparation like, for pitching, let's say, and I think you do have a game tonight in the Cairo Tournament. What are you doing right now to kind of get prepared for that game physically, mentally? What?
Well, I like to look at I try to think last year's season and if there's any batters that are coming back that really they hit off of me and what I can do to stay off the plate and try to get them to swing at something they don't like or pop something up or anything like that.
So who calls the pitches? Is it catcher from the dugout, or do you call them?
Our Coach Salter, she calls them.
All right. I was a catcher in college, and I had one pitcher that would say, he would shake me off. I'd say, they're coming from the dugout. He goes, hey, merely suggestions. And I said,
Yeah,
that's not how it works.
we're without Coach Salter this week. She's actually getting married on Saturday, so it might be we might just let her go this week and see what happens.
And again, we're visiting with Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Female Athlete of the Week, Kaitlyn Hatfield. Kaitlyn, as you look back at that game, talk about just the thought. You had the two home runs. What were you thinking coming to the plate that next time? And I think you had another hit as well. I think you went 4 for 4 with 3 home runs. What was the sequence like there?
I don't know. I just wanted to keep on hitting it harder and farther. I guess every time I wanted to get up there, I wanted to hit another one. But I don't know, it just happened.
What? And for folks down here, I'm in the Southwest Missouri area. Don't get up very much, north of I-70. What do you have a rivalry? And I'm not talking about, just something fun where you really look forward to. Maybe you've got a family member on the other team or friends on the other team. What are games that you really look forward to playing?
Definitely anything against Scotland County. We're pretty big rivals. Not necessarily in softball, but I mean, that's still Scotland and we always want to beat them. It's always a big thing to beat them.
Now, Kaitlyn, do you play any other sports?
Yeah, I do basketball and then I do track.
Outstanding. Well, on behalf of Great Southern Bank and the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, congratulations on being named here our Week 3 Athlete of the Week from Schuyler County. And Coach, thank you so much for sending the info. And this will all be up at MissouriSports.com, or MissouriSportsNetwork.com. I got to make sure I say that right. People go to the wrong place and get puckered up at me. But Coach, you've got the Cairo Tournament right now going on. What are your expectations here, and who do you have tonight?
Well, we played that tournament on Saturday. So, and that one got done. We actually took third there. We played really well. Beat some teams that probably wouldn't have beat last year and played really tough against a Class 4 school. So we're proud of that. But tonight we actually have Salisbury, who again is one of those conference contenders, and it's going to be a battle. We're really wanting to go this week 3-0 after the tournament we had and just put ourselves in a better spot for our conference standing. So it'll be a tough one, but we're looking forward to it.
You bet. Well, again, Coach Prewitt, thank you so much. Kaitlyn, congratulations, and look
Thank
forward to
you.
maybe keeping up with you guys and maybe talking to you later on in the season.
Hey, we appreciate your coverage. Thank you.
You're listening to the Missouri Sports Network here at MissouriSportsNetwork.com and Facebook, and we'll be back after this.